dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. First responders were called to action early Sunday morning as a fire burned through the clubhouse of a popular Eastern Kentucky golf course. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox details what steps firefighters took to contain the blaze.
The Jenkins Volunteer Fire Department was dispatched early Sunday morning as a fire burned through the Raven Rock Golf Course clubhouse.
About 2:20 this morning, we got an alarm for a fire at the golf course here in Jenkins at the Raven Rock Golf Course. Units responding were from our fire department. I was in the first engine. We saw the fire from the highway, so we knew we had a working fire.
Other fire departments in the area followed in responding. Stevens says the first thing they did was hook up to this fire hydrant. That way they could keep the fire from hitting the propane tank that you see on the left of your screen and contain the fire altogether.
So we had good help from Neon and Mayking Volunteer Fire Departments. We were out till about 6:30 on it. Very proud of the guys because considering the condition we found it, we knocked it down pretty good.
There was nobody injured or killed in the fire, but Raven Rock's Pro Shop and the Pine Restaurant were destroyed. Stevens says smoke could continue rising into the sky in the next few days.
Something like you have here when the roof comes down, it creates little voids and little pockets, and so it's hard for us to get water into those areas and pockets.
What caused the fire has not yet been determined. That is under investigation by the state's fire marshal. In Jenkins, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Raven Rock Golf Course Management released a statement to WYMT saying, in part, the golf course is closed temporarily. However, plans are to reopen soon in some capacity. The Pine Restaurant, however, will take longer to reopen. Raven Rock staff will notify those who have booked upcoming events and will coordinate with Pine Mountain Grill to provide a venue. We are sad for the loss of the community as a recreational opportunity and community tourism draw. We do plan to rebuild and look forward to that day.
We are tracking more showers and storms across the mountains into your Sunday evening. Not going to rain everywhere, but some of you are looking at some heavier showers at this hour. Here's a look at First Alert Pinpoint Doppler. As you can see, for most of us, we are dry, but we are tracking a heavier shower and also a thunderstorm over portions of Jackson County near McKee, also along Highway 89, also Highway 30 as well near Annville. Some heavier showers, also some thunder and some lightning. So be sure if you hear thunder, go indoors, because if you hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. Also watching out for a heavier shower near Middlesboro in Bell County, also along Highway 63 in Claiborne County, Tennessee. So spotty showers, they will be possible into this evening. Like I said, it's not going to rain everywhere, but some of you may need the rain gear at times. Those temperatures are warm in the middle to upper 80s, 87 for Manchester, 86 in London, 82 over in Jackson at this hour. A few showers are possible into the early evening hours. We are dry though as we go overnight, and those temperatures stay warm, falling into the lower 60s as you wake up on Monday. That full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Keaton.
All right, thanks, Cameron. The Rockcastle County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in locating a man wanted in connection to a crash. Police say they attempted to pull over Billy Barrett for a suspected DUI. Instead of pulling over, he fled and sideswiped a Mount Vernon police cruiser. Officers say he led them on a chase for several miles before crashing on Bowling Ridge Road. He then fled on foot. His current whereabouts are unknown. He's facing several charges, so if you know his whereabouts, you're asked to call Rockcastle 911. We're continuing to follow the developing story out of Mingo County, West Virginia, where a deadly shooting took the life of a West Virginia state trooper, Corey Maynard. The video you see now is Governor Jim Justice of West Virginia signing the Cassie Johnson Memorial Act into law. This sets forth a 15-to-life sentence for someone convicted of obstruction leading to the death of a first responder. It goes into effect today. Suspected murderer Timothy Kennedy could be eligible for the same sentence if he's convicted of first-degree murder of Trooper Maynard. We've seen an outpouring of support from folks across the Commonwealth for the family of Deputy Caleb Conley. Now a business in his hometown of Cynthiana is working to pay tribute to the fallen Scott County deputy. Assistant Chief Robert Peake's wife owns the Next Chapter bookstore And together, they're working on a gift for Deputy Conley's family, a book full of memories about the father, husband, and friend, a reminder of the positive impact he had on those who knew him.
Once we get it complete and everyone's had an opportunity to share their thoughts and their feelings, and it'll be something private and something that his family will hold on to and cherish for many years to come.
But the book isn't only for Conley's brothers and sisters in blue. Anyone is welcome to come into the store and write an entry about the deputy. The U.S. Department of Education says the Mingo County School District has violated the law on a number of levels. The DOE says it reviewed dozens of Title IX cases in Mingo County schools over a 3-year span. Cases, they say, range from sexual assault to sexual harassment and abuse. Many of the cases were reported at pre-K through 8 schools, according to the review. Investigators found the district did not adequately train staff on Title IX policies, and they also did not respond equitably to complaints of sexual assault.
I think OCR has found that it was not the type of training that they expect. I'm going to stop that sentence because I'm going to tell you that I had a conversation yesterday with OCR.
Okay.
Because I really wanted clarification on the training.
The Office of Civil Rights did outline action the district must take to resolve the violations and concerns, including a survey asking parents of students if they believe additional steps need to be taken to address sexual harassment in schools. An archery tournament brought people from across the world to southeastern Kentucky. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more on how this tournament impacted the London community.
This weekend, thousands of archers made their way to the Laurel County Fairgrounds to participate in the 16th True Ball Pro-Am competition. President of the Archery Shooters Association, Joshua Grind, says even though they could have gone to bigger cities in the state, they chose the city of London.
We don't like to shoot in a field. We like to have a lot of trees, but we also need the field space. So Laurel County Fairgrounds here in London, Kentucky offers us the perfect mix of trees and fields. We can utilize the fields for parking, our vendor areas, and then get all of our targets out in the woods for the shooters to shoot.
He says the people of London could not have been any more welcoming.
They're traveling into these places and again, come back to the city of London. These people are coming in as part of their livelihood and their profession, and they're getting to receive the hospitality here in London. We can't thank the people of London enough.
Executive Director for the London Laurel County Tourism Commission, Kim Collier, says this event was good for tourism.
We get, like I said, a huge economic impact for our community. They eat in the restaurants, they stay in the hotels, they shop in the stores, they visit the attractions. So it's a big boost for our local economy.
With an exciting weekend coming to a close, Grind and Collier say they cannot wait until next year. In London, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Grind says that the relationship built between the ASA and the City of London has grown thanks to their partnerships. The final race has been run at Churchill Downs for today, and there won't be any more there for the rest of the season. After a rash of horse deaths, the races will be instead ran at Ellis Park in Henderson. 12 horses died at Churchill Downs since the stables opened in March. Earlier this week, the track handed down some regulations that would ban certain horses from running. Then they decided to move the races altogether. Coming up at 6, the economy is sending some mixed signals after the government was on the brink of default.
Plus, we are tracking spotty showers and storms across the mountains into this evening. All those details coming up next.